We often think of reality as this fixed, solid thing. But what if it isn't? What if the human mind holds the key to unlocking something, well, something more? Today we're going to dive deep into an ancient text that's less of a scripture and more of a user's manual for consciousness itself. It's called the Sutra of the Samādhi requested by the bodhisattva equal I.
And look, this isn't just some dusty old philosophy book. The sutra basically presents itself as a practical map, a guide to what the mind is really capable of, a potential that includes the ability to perceive and even shape reality in ways that just completely defy our everyday understanding. So the story kicks off with this truly cosmic event. The Buddha enters a state of meditation so deep, so incredibly profound, that a brilliant light just erupts from him, illuminating countless universes. This isn't just a metaphor either. The text makes it clear this is a physical event that shakes the very fabric of existence and sets the stage for the whole mystery we're about to get into. So, this universe-shaking meditation, it's basically a giant cosmic beacon, and drawn by this incredible light, an assembly of highly advanced beings, bodhisattvas, shows up from every corner of the cosmos. Try to picture this. Beings as numerous as specks of dust, all flocking from everywhere to see what's going on.
So, in the middle of this huge crowd, one figure steps forward, the bodhisattva equal I. And he sees all this cosmic power on display and asks the exact question that you and I are thinking right now. How is any of this even possible? He wants to understand the secrets behind this kind of mastery over consciousness.
Yeah. And he's not just asking vaguely. He's got a very specific being in mind. The legendary bodhisattva Samanthabhadra, who's famous for exactly these kinds of reality-bending powers. Equal I wants to know, how do I get to that level of mastery?
And this is where the mystery really kicks into high gear. The Buddha just calmly says, "Oh, Samanthabhadra, he's right here, sitting right next to me." But when this whole assembly of super powerful bodhisattvas looks, there's nobody there. They search with all their spiritual juice, and he is completely, utterly invisible. So what's going on? Well, the Buddha explains that the reason they can't see him is because Samanthabhadra's mind is operating on a totally different plane of reality. He's in a state so profound, he's just imperceptible to anyone who hasn't reached that same level of mental clarity. It's not like he's hiding, he's just vibrating at a different frequency of existence, if you will.
Okay, so how do you get there? How do you tune into that frequency? The Buddha lays it all out. He says the secret to all of Samanthabhadra's incredible abilities is mastering 10 specific states of deep meditative concentration. Yep, 10 of them. They're called the 10 Samadhis, and you should think of them less like just meditations, and more like 10 keys that unlock different doors of perception and reality itself. The sutra is pretty clear. Master these 10 and you master existence.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, what is a samadhi exactly? Well, it's a state where your mind becomes so intensely focused, so completely absorbed in one thing, that all the usual mental chatter just stops. That whole separation between you and the world, it just dissolves. It's really the peak of mental discipline, a state of total unity. Now, the 10 samadhis themselves are super complex, but we can kind of group them into 3 big stages to make sense of it all. Stage 1 is all about mastering perception, learning to see through the illusion that things are solid and separate. The second stage, that's about mastering reality itself, where the laws of physics start to feel more like suggestions. And the final and most important stage is about mastering your purpose, using all these wild abilities to manifest pure compassion.
All right, so how does this stuff actually work? The whole foundation for these powers is a complete, radical shift in how you see the world. The sutra basically teaches that the solid, fixed reality we experience every single day is, from an enlightened point of view, just an illusion.
So, for us, the world is solid, it's predictable, but for a bodhisattva deep in a state of samadhi, reality becomes fluid, it's malleable, it's interconnected, it's much more like a dream or a projection that a focused mind can actually shape.
The sutra uses this awesome comparison. It says a bodhisattva is like a master magician. You know how an illusionist can make an audience see entire cities or rivers that aren't really there? Well, a mind that truly gets the dreamlike nature of reality can manifest entire worlds just through the sheer power of its intention.
And the text doesn't stop there. It pushes the idea even further with another incredible metaphor. It talks about this mythical king whose body is so vast, but he can also manifest a form that fills the entire ocean,
all while his original body is completely unchanged. See, this isn't about changing one thing into another. It's about being able to manifest multiple realities at the same time without being stuck in just one.
And all of this leads to maybe one of the most mind-bending abilities described in the entire sutra. We're talking about the power to completely transcend physical location. The text explains that a bodhisattva can go into a deep state of meditation, a samadhi, in just one single place, and then emerge from that meditation in countless different bodies, in countless different worlds, all at the exact same moment. It's kind of like a gamer controlling millions of avatars at once, and every single one is fully conscious and active. They are in one place, and at the same time, they are everywhere.
I mean, this all sounds absolutely incredible, right? It's like the ultimate power fantasy. But the sutra is really, really clear on one final, crucial point. Why? Why would anyone want these powers? What's the end game of being able to bend reality and be in a million places at once?
Well, it turns out it's not for personal gain at all. The entire point of mastering consciousness this way is completely rooted in compassion. The ability to be everywhere at once is the ability to help everyone at once. These amazing powers are just tools to help ease suffering and guide all beings toward their own enlightenment, but on a totally universal scale.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This ancient sutra isn't just a cool story about mythical beings. It's proposing that these abilities are a natural potential, maybe a dormant one, but a potential nonetheless that exists within consciousness itself. So if this text is a map of the mind's potential, it kind of makes you wonder, what territory is still waiting to be explored inside of us?